A group of gangs are smuggling jewelry, then they set out to move to the next location. Suddenly a motorcycle appeared. The motorcycle threw a backpack containing nails, causing one to lose control. The people in the car saw this and opened fire, but the motorbike dodged all of them. At the other end of the road, it seemed that the gang had cut off the tail, but they did not expect that the driver in front was the accomplice of a motorbike. After defeating all the subordinates, the two dragged the boss to interrogate. 2 people were hired to kill this guy. Suddenly the blonde guy gets a call, his daughter is sick. So the blonde turned to blame his teammates for not taking good care of her. Then they destroy the leader. It happened 1 month ago. This blonde guy is Kazuki, he's just collecting information. When I got home, everything was very messy. Next to him was a cat. After talking for a while, Kazuki decided to return the cat to its place. Before leaving, he also wrapped the cat a scarf. Returning, Kazuki still does housework as usual. Clean up things left behind by REI teammates. But even so, he still wondered about the cat just now. Because of the nature of the work, both could die at any time, so anyone involved with the two could be in danger. He then immediately threw the document at his next target, both of which were to act tomorrow. That night, Kazuki went to a cafe, but this is actually where the two of them had met. After taking the money last time, he went home. On the way home, he was called back by his 2 sisters. Since there was a special price today, he immediately agreed, but in reality he was only here to gamble. But soon, he lost all his money. In another place, there was a little girl alone looking for her father, asking about passers-by. The target this time is a trafficker from Southeast Asia. He often moves around Asia, so it is difficult to catch. After arriving at the mission site, Kazuki disguised himself as Santa Claus and broke into the house. When he met 2 security guards, he said he was going to deliver cake to the owner. They didn't believe it, so Kazuki took out the phone. Kyu pretended to be the mistress. At this moment, the girl ran here. As soon as she saw the cake, she ran into the elevator with Kazuki. She told him it was delicious, so he gave her the cake. The girl introduces herself as Miri and comes here to meet her father. At this moment, the elevator door opened. Miri immediately ran out, causing 2 security guards to discover, but fortunately there was REI hiding below using a gun to solve it. She was running outside when Kazuki pulled her back. Seeing that, REI quickly defeated the guards and rushed inside. Everyone in the hall ran away as soon as they saw the killer. REI took the opportunity to rush, but at this time Miri was taken hostage by the boss. Seeing that, Kazuki grabbed the food tray next to it, used it to block the bullets, and ran towards them. REI was behind the support. He defeated the gangsters. When the boss was shot, Miri also ran to hug Kazuki, and since then Miri has a father. REI then escapes through the window, while Kazuki and Miri sneak into the crowd to remain undetected. It ended like that, but after returning home, the two discovered Miri was the son of the trafficker they had just murdered. The next morning, Miri knocks on the door to wake Kazuki. At this time, Miri said she wanted to go to the bathroom. After a while, Kazuki prepared breakfast for REI as usual, but this time with Miri. The girl saw this and wanted to help but was chased away by him. REI just woke up from the bathroom. Kazuki immediately entrusted Miri to REI's care. But perhaps this was a wrong choice because Miri soon caused REI's game disc to be damaged. Afterwards, Kazuki tried to deal with Miri, but her father was murdered by the two. If there is no one to take care of her, she will become an orphan. He decided to look for Miri's mother, so he went to her and asked where Miri was from, but she didn't know anything. The two went to Kyu to ask him to investigate Miri's mother, but as soon as they arrived, he was scolded by him for acting too obvious. Both have also received money from the last mission. After the two left, a man entered the store. After returning home, REI pulled out his gun and went to check around. Because of suspicion of burglary, the house is messy. But did not expect everything to be presented by Miri. As soon as she saw the two of them, she pulled out her gun and pointed it at the two of them. In the evening, while having dinner, the two of them discussed their next goal. as a drug lord, but around him is arranged a lot of bodyguards. Suddenly Miri ran over to say that this steak was different from what her mother made. She expressed sadness because she had not seen her mother for a long time. Kazuki wanted to comfort him when he saw this, but it was actually just a joke. While playing with her, suddenly Kazuki came up with a plan for this quest. The next day, Miri just saw the two getting ready to go on a mission, but Miri wanted to come alone. Seeing that, Kazuki pulled out a bunch of snacks to leave her at home. He escaped when Miri ran after him screaming and banging on the door. So he had to bring the baby with him. After a while, Kazuki sneaked inside in disguise, when suddenly Miri honked loudly, causing the plan to be almost revealed. At this time, she wanted to go to the bathroom, so she told her to hold on and he ran in. The security here is very strict, but with just a few of his skills, Kazuki easily bypassed the guards. After breaking into the camera room, he knocks one of them unconscious. His aim is to set the bomb as a false alarm to make the boss run out. At this time, Miri came to ring the bell and said she wanted to go to the bathroom. Kazuki also just finished preparing the plan. As soon as Kazuki came out, he met Miri, who also called him Dad. The security guard chased after the two of them. Then Kazuki had to detonate the bomb. He ran to the boss's room again. When they caught Miri, they also pointed their guns at the two of them. Fortunately, at that moment, Arya fired a gun from outside. Taking that opportunity, Kazuki hugged Miri and ran outside. In the end, the plan failed. On the boat, Kazuki reminds her when going out not to call him Dad. Arriving home, the two were trying not to let Miri bother anymore when Keiwayu called. He again announced that he had found information about Miri's mother. When Arya was having a nightmare about his father, at that moment Miri called him to wake up. After a while, the two talked about bringing back Miri. After that, Kazuki went to Q to get information about Miri's mother. At this time, Miri is playing outside in the park. Both of them are also sitting there looking at their mother's profile. At that moment, Miri ran over and gave Kazuki some earthen biscuits and told her father to eat. Kazuki reiterates that she is not allowed to call him Dad when outside. Then Miri comes to the swing and asks Arya to push her, but he doesn't care. At that moment, an uncle came over, thinking that Miri was lost, so he came over to ask. Fortunately, Kazuki went to buy water and ran back. But Miri did not recognize him as the father, making the other uncle suspicious. The little girl said, "You can't call me Dad." That night, Kazuki coaxed Miri to sleep, saying that if she was not good, ghosts would appear, but this could not frighten Miri, but on the contrary, amused her. Miri refuses to sleep, so she gets up to look for Arya and finds him sleeping in the bathroom. She thinks it's because he's afraid of ghosts, but Arya tells him to take precautions. Then Miri jumped in to sleep with him. The next day, the two decide to bring Miri back to their mother. Kazuki ran first to check. As soon as he entered a small bar, he saw a girl like the one in the photo Miri brought. She is standing on the stage singing. Suddenly someone walked up to Miri's mother and hit her. This man saw this and ran to intervene, but was attacked by this person with an alcohol bottle. Here, Miri is playing with Arya happily. At this time, Arya asked Miri why she always calls Kazuki Dad. She said because Kazuki saved her when in danger. After hearing this, Arya remembers the past when his father trained him to be an assassin. He did not let him call him father but must call him boss. Kazuki is talking to Miri's mother, but she is indifferent to this. She told how she was tricked by her father and from now on she doesn't want to see Miri again. He reprimanded her for not caring about Miri. He decided not to let Miri come back here and raised her on his own. At this time, Arya was looking for Miri when she accidentally saw two policemen accompanying her. He came and dragged Miri away. The two left for a while, then Kazuki returned. He also said that he would keep Miri and the three of them go home hand in hand,